Welcome, my curious friends! Today we'll explore the wonderful world of animals, from the deep, green forests to the bright tropical lands. Together, we'll learn the names, habits, and secrets of creatures big and small, from bears, foxes, and deer to lemurs, tapirs, and colorful birds. Each animal has its own story, its own way of life, and a special role in nature. Let's create a huge diorama for forest animals and exotic creatures from all around the world. From green and brown sand, we'll make the base of our forest, where trees and animals will live. Then, with bright yellow sand, we'll create the warm ground of the exotic valley, a sunny place filled with tropical plants and colorful creatures. We'll decorate the forest with huge trees, lush bushes, ferns, and large rocks. This will make it look alive and full of nature. We'll decorate the exotic valley with cliffs, tropical trees, and tall cacti. The rocks will shine under the sun, and the plants will add color and life. Let's invite animals from all over the world to our diorama. We'll study their names, learn about their habits, and discover how each one lives. Himalayan bear. The Himalayan bear lives in cold, misty mountain forests, eating berries, roots, insects, and small animals. It hibernates in rocky caves through the harsh winter and stands upright to scare predators. This powerful omnivore thrives in snowy peaks up to 4,000 meters. Moose. The moose is the largest member of the deer family, living in northern forests and swamps. It feeds on leaves, twigs, and water plants. With its massive antlers and strong legs, it can swim long distances and endure icy winters. Deer. The deer lives in wide forests and open meadows, feeding on grass, leaves, fruits, and tender shoots. Known for its graceful leaps and large branching antlers, which males shed every year, it stays alert and uses sharp hearing to escape predators in the wild. Tiger. The tiger, the largest wild cat, lives in dense jungles and grasslands. It hunts deer, boars, and even buffalo, stalking silently before a powerful leap. With its orange fur and dark stripes, the tiger blends perfectly into the shadows of the forest. Raccoon. The raccoon lives in forests, near rivers and lakes, and is known for its clever paws and curiosity. It washes its food before eating and searches for fruits, insects, and small animals at night. This smart omnivore easily adapts to life near people. Grizzly bear. The grizzly bear roams mountains and forests of North America, feeding on fish, roots, berries, and small animals. It can run fast despite its size and uses its strength to dig for food. This powerful omnivore spends winter hibernating in deep dens. Fox. The fox lives in forests, fields, and even close to villages, adapting easily to many places. It hunts at night, catching mice, rabbits, and birds, but also enjoys fruits and berries. With bright red fur and a fluffy tail, it's clever, fast, and full of curiosity. Lynx. The lynx is a silent hunter of northern forests and mountains, recognized by its tufted ears and short tail. It hunts rabbits, birds, and rodents with sharp sight and quiet steps. This solitary carnivore moves gracefully through the snow in search of prey. Leopard. The leopard lives in tropical forests, savannas, and mountains. It hunts monkeys, antelopes, and birds, dragging its prey up trees to stay safe. With golden fur covered in dark rosettes, this stealthy carnivore moves silently through the shadows of the wild. Marmot. The marmot lives in high mountain meadows and rocky slopes, digging deep burrows to rest and hide from predators. It feeds on grass, flowers, and roots, building fat reserves for winter hibernation. When danger nears, it whistles loudly to warn others. Beaver. The beaver is a clever builder living near rivers and lakes. With its strong teeth, it cuts trees to build large dams and wooden lodges. Feeding on bark, leaves, and roots, it shapes ponds that provide homes for fish, birds, and many other forest animals. Eagle owl. The eagle owl is one of the largest owls in the world, living in forests, cliffs, and rocky mountains. It hunts at night, catching hares, birds, and rodents with silent wings and sharp talons. Its deep hoot echoes through the dark wilderness. Wolverine. The wolverine is a fierce predator of cold northern forests and tundra. Though small, it's incredibly strong, able to chase wolves from their prey. It eats meat, berries, and carrion, storing food under snow. This fearless carnivore roams vast frozen lands alone. Chipmunk. The chipmunk lives in forests and mountains, storing nuts and seeds in its cheek pouches and underground burrows. Active during the day, it gathers food for winter. With quick jumps and striped fur, this tiny rodent is always busy and full of energy. Skunk. The skunk lives in forests and grasslands, feeding on insects, fruits, and small animals. When threatened, it raises its tail and sprays a strong-smelling liquid to scare enemies away. With its black and white fur, this clever omnivore is easy to recognize. Squirrel. The squirrel lives in trees across forests and parks, leaping between branches with great agility. It eats nuts, seeds, and fruits, hiding them to eat later. With its fluffy tail and quick movements, this lively rodent brightens every corner of the woods. Bat. The bat is the only mammal capable of true flight, living in caves, forests, and even cities. It hunts insects at night using echolocation, sending out sounds to navigate in the dark. Some fruit bats also help forests grow by spreading seeds. Marten. The marten lives in dense forests, climbing trees with ease to hunt birds, squirrels, and insects. It also eats berries and honey. With its soft brown fur and bushy tail, this agile carnivore moves swiftly among branches, rarely touching the ground. Monitor lizard. The monitor lizard lives in tropical forests, deserts, and wetlands. It eats eggs, insects, fish, and small mammals, using its long tongue to sense scents like a snake. Fast and strong, this reptile can climb trees and swim great distances in search of prey. Snub-nosed monkey. The snub-nosed monkey lives in misty mountain forests of China and Vietnam. It forms large family groups, feeding on leaves, fruits, lichens, and insects. Adapted to the cold, it moves through the trees and migrates to find better food and warmth. Corn snake. The corn snake lives in forests, fields, and farmlands of North America. It hunts mice and birds, helping to control pests. Calm and non-venomous, it kills by constriction. With orange and red scales, this slender reptile is popular as a gentle pet. Cheetah. The cheetah is the fastest land animal, reaching speeds over 100 kilometers per hour. It lives in African savannas, hunting gazelles and hares during the day. With its slender body and black tear lines, this graceful predator relies on speed rather than strength. Giraffe. The giraffe is the tallest land animal, living in African savannas and open woodlands. It eats leaves from tall trees, especially acacias, using its long tongue. With gentle eyes and spotted fur, this peaceful herbivore can see predators from far away. Black and white ruffed lemur. The black and white ruffed lemur lives in the rainforests of Madagascar, spending most of its time high in the trees. It feeds on fruits, nectar, and leaves, helping spread seeds. With its loud calls and thick fur, it's one of the island's most vocal primates. Panther. The panther, a melanistic leopard or jaguar, lives in dense tropical forests. Its dark fur helps it move unseen while hunting monkeys, deer, and birds at night. Silent and powerful, this elusive predator blends perfectly into the shadows of the jungle. Kangaroo. The kangaroo lives in the open plains and forests of Australia. It moves by powerful jumps using its strong hind legs and tail for balance. Feeding on grass and leaves, this social herbivore carries its young in a pouch while traveling long distances. Tapir. The tapir lives in tropical forests and wetlands of South America and Southeast Asia. With its short, flexible snout, it grabs leaves, fruits, and branches. Excellent at swimming, it cools off in rivers and hides from predators in dense vegetation. Gibbon. The gibbon lives in the tropical rainforests of Southeast Asia, swinging swiftly through the treetops with long arms. It feeds on fruits, leaves, and flowers. Known for its loud morning songs, this agile primate forms strong family bonds and rarely walks on the ground. Pangolin. The pangolin lives in forests and grasslands of Asia and Africa. Covered with hard scales, it curls into a ball when threatened. It eats ants and termites using a long, sticky tongue. This shy nocturnal mammal helps balance ecosystems by controlling insects. Frilled lizard. The frilled lizard lives in the dry forests and savannas of Australia and New Guinea. When threatened, it spreads the large frill around its neck and hisses to scare predators. It eats insects and small animals and can run on two legs when escaping danger. Cockatoo. The cockatoo lives in forests and woodlands of Australia and nearby islands. It's known for its bright crest, loud calls, and playful nature. Feeding on seeds, fruits, and nuts, this intelligent bird forms strong family bonds and can mimic many sounds. Sugar. The sugar glider is a small marsupial from Australia and New Guinea. It glides between trees using a skin membrane stretched between its limbs. At night, it feeds on nectar, insects, and fruits. This social creature lives in groups and communicates with soft chirps. Cassowary. The cassowary is a large, flightless bird that lives in the tropical rainforests of Australia and New Guinea. It eats fruits, fungi, and small animals, spreading seeds as it walks. With a tall casque and strong legs, it can run fast and deliver powerful kicks. Capybara. The capybara is the largest rodent in the world, living near rivers and lakes in South America. It eats grass and aquatic plants and spends much time swimming. Calm and social, it lives in groups and often shares its space with birds and other animals. Shoebill. The shoebill lives in the swamps of Central Africa, where it hunts fish, frogs, and even small reptiles. Its large beak, shaped like a shoe, helps it catch slippery prey. Silent and patient, this tall bird stands still for hours before striking with precision. Our wonderful diorama is now complete! Together we learned the names and habits of forest animals like the deer, fox, and bear, and met exotic creatures from faraway lands such as the tapir, cassowary, and lemur. Each one has its own story, colors, and way of life. Keep exploring, keep learning, and join the Curious Fairy for more magical adventures with animals from every corner of the earth.